Hello, this is AstrologyNewsReport.com with your hosts, David Anton Savage and Ron Berger.
Now we go to our third segment of this week's report, People in the News, where we will analyze the Vedic astrology birth chart of a newsworthy person, place, or event.
This week, we've decided to analyze the birth chart of the new government of India. We are using the time of the swearing-in ceremony for the new Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, as the birth of the new administration.
This is traditionally done in Vedic astrology. The chart of the time of taking the oath of office is interpreted for the relative success or failure of the new administration. Prime Minister Modi was sworn in on May 26th at 6 p.m. in New Delhi. So now we have the birth chart of the new government of India.
First off, we see Libra. The sign of social idealism is the rising sign, which seems appropriate for a new government. Note that Vishaka, the nakshatra of goals and victories, is the lunar sign of the rising degree.
And immediately we see that Saturn, the planet of harsh reality and delay, is closely conjunct the Ascendant Degree. Saturn is the planet of responsibility and obligations. Saturn is the reality check planet. Its close association with such a key point in the chart indicates that this will not be easy.
Oh boy. Moreover, Saturn is retrograde, which means that its significations are even more entrenched. When the planet of the established order is retracing its steps in the zodiac, it implies greater difficulty in changing things with plenty of delay. This won't sit well with the people of India, who are impatient for things to change.
But, interestingly, we also have Rahu in the first house. Rahu is the significator of innovation and of transformation. So there's still some hope or promise for change.
Let's take a look and see what else this chart tells us. In order to analyze the results of a chart, we have to pay special attention to what the ruler of the chart, the ruler of the ascendant, is doing. For Libra rising, Venus becomes the ruler of the first house. Here we see that Venus is in the 7th house, which means there is a big emphasis on partnership and relationship. We can take this as partnership with other political parties, other leaders, and other countries.
Venus is placed in the dynamic sign Aries, and through its aspect, Venus sends energy back into its own sign from the 7th house of relationship and partnership. This helps strengthen the natural qualities of Venus and Libra, which are both interested in harmony and compromise.
And with Venus in the 7th house is the moon, representing the 10th house of leadership and success, but also the moon represents the public.
In the 7th house, with the moon, there is a really tight conjunction between Venus, the chart ruler, and Ketu, the idealist, the dissolver, which can undo things.
Thus, we can see the potential for the bar being set too high by Ketu for Venus to be able to function properly.
Also, Ketu signifies the past, so even with the best intentions, this administration will have to deal with the realities of India's past.
Another notable feature of the chart is the near exact trine from a 9th house Jupiter to Saturn in the 1st house, and to the Ascendant Degree. Jupiter carries with it the energy of the 9th house ruler Mercury, with which it is associated. The influence of the 9th house of beliefs, morals, and ethics will be a driving force motivating Saturn, the planet of focus and control, and the actions of the new government.
A disturbing feature of this chart of the inauguration is Mars, the planet of attack, in the 12th house of endings and loss. Mars is the ruler of the 2nd house of family and the 7th house of partners. The traditional interpretation of Mars in the 12th house of a chart is an attack from a hidden enemy.
Thus, Modi is likely to get opposition from within his own party. Possibly there will come some betrayal. Political backstabbing is strongly indicated here.
Also, since the 2nd house is the country's finances and currency, and Mars, as the ruler of the 2nd house, is placed in the 12th house of expense and loss, we can deduce that the new government will be having financial problems.
And let's not forget the Sun, ruler of the 11th house of the country's aims and policies. It is in the 8th house of chronic problems. This indicates for great difficulties in getting things accomplished, which again would bring on the disapproval of the public.
Okay, that's our snapshot of the new government of India. Overall, it looks like a mix of good and bad. A big emphasis on partnerships, high idealism and good intentions, but still plagued with problems and delays.
We will doubtless be returning to this chart in the future as matters progress. Thanks for tuning in to astrologynewsreport.com.
Until next week.